So while we're here, Elliot, why don't you take a second and tell them who we are, who all's involved in this? We've got some pretty nice, pretty good names involved already.
Yeah, we're really lucky that in our kind of group, we have developed a really wonderful and diverse group of people, and some of the people I'm really, really thrilled to have on board. Sydney Davis Johan, an absolutely wonderful person, a good friend of ours. And Eve Was Framed, Promise, another very good friend of ours. I'm thrilled to have these individuals on board. And a handful of other folks that have been working behind the scenes in a lot of different spaces with a lot of different well-known and active groups for years. So we're really lucky, man. We've got the group that we have. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you're a secular person, especially in the Middle Tennessee area, you absolutely know who Stephen and Georgia Phelps are.
Yeah, sure.
They are connected with every group and just love people and love connecting people.
Yeah.
And so we're fortunate to have them associated as well.
Yeah.
So
and then for some reason, you and I are still let into the meetings.
For some reason, they keep us hanging around. I don't know why, but they do it. So. Well, I'm glad to be a part of this. I'm excited for what's to come and the events that we're going to put on, the bringing people together, and again, just helping our people find their people.
Yeah.
So you and I have had conversations recently with several different people that didn't know another secular person. We're down here in the Bible Belt, and so we're constantly surrounded by churches and church signs and gatherings, and sometimes it's even just front yard signs. And as you're going down the street, you might see a dozen different signs. So we're in the thick of it down here. And if somebody is a non-believer, they really don't have a place where they can go and find their community.
And there were, I think there were two big things that you and I kept noticing time and time again is that there are already some people here. They're out there. There are groups. They're doing things, They've been on the front lines for years, right? Doing some really good stuff. But a lot of us that are really involved even don't always know. We don't have our finger on the pulse, And the other thing I think we kept coming across was exactly what you're talking about. People that don't have a community, people that think they're the only ones out there, people that, honestly, they don't even really believe. They just keep going to church because that's the only place that they know to be. So we looked at both of those and just kind of asked, what could we do to help with those?
Right.
How do we fill that need and provide that service? And I think, exactly what we kind of stumbled into, this idea of, where do you go if you're a secular person in Middle Tennessee?
Yeah, to find your people. And because there's not a church or a specific organization that is regularly having get-togethers, be it a small group or a potluck or a charity event or anything like that. Right. And so even you and I, there are times when we wake up and we're like, where are my people today?
Right. What's going on?
Yeah.
Or a week late we find out, this super cool thing was happening or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that, that's just something that as we move forward, we want to help with.
Yeah.
We want to do something about that.
Absolutely.
There are places in this country where they have a lot more infrastructure. They have a lot more organizational support for people. And we're just not there yet, And I think a lot of people know that when you talk about the South and the U.S.
Oh yeah,
we're definitely just a little bit behind on some stuff, but we're hoping to make a difference there.
Yeah, because secular people are, even though this is the Bible Belt, there's a large population of secular people here that don't buy into any religious belief and especially not any certain denomination.
Yeah.
And but it's time for us to stand up and plant our flag and say we're here too. And we like the same things that everybody else does. We like potlucks. We like small groups. We like going into a place every week and shaking hands and getting that pat on the back and saying, hey, man, how are you doing today? And if you need anything, I can help you out. Everybody needs that. Everybody needs that sense of community. So we want to build that here in the South for non-believers.
Hey everyone, thanks so much. And if you want to help us out with this super cool idea, there are lots of ways. We are going to need all the support that we can get, and we greatly, greatly appreciate all of the people who already have. Check out the links below and let us know what you think. Thanks so much.